Hey guys, it's Bellamy here from Midnight Suns, and today I have a list of my top 10 favorite digital exclusive games for the Xbox One. So just to be clear, these are not console exclusive Xbox One games, but rather they are digital exclusive games, which means they have never been released physically on disc. And now with all the talk about the Xbox Series X, the new model going fully digital, I figured this is a good time to make this video, especially since last week I made a video on my top 10 physical exclusive Xbox One games, so now it's time for my top 10 digital exclusive Xbox One games. And so without further ado, here is the list. So I've decided to arrange this list in order from worst to best, so we'll count down from number 10, which will be my least favorite game on this list. But that being said, every single game on this list is easily a 9 out of 10 or higher when it comes to my review score for them. So even the worst game on this list is going to be an absolutely amazing game that you should definitely check out. Alright, with all that being said, let's start with the list. At number 10, we have Unpacking. This is easily one of my favorite puzzle games of all time. In this game, you are tasked with unpacking your possessions from cardboard boxes and finding the right places for everything in each new house that you move into. It sounds simple enough, but it actually gets pretty challenging as the game goes on, but never in a frustrating way. There is such a calmness and zen to this puzzle game that is really great if you just want a simple and clean game to unwind to after a long day at work. And not to mention, there is also a very touching and heartfelt narrative that is woven into the game as you play as a female protagonist who goes through various stages of her life. If you like relaxing puzzle games, this one is a must play for you. At number 9, we have Donut County. Now, this is probably the funniest game on this list, and I absolutely love the wacky sense of humor found in this game. In Donut County, you control a black hole that grows larger and larger the more things that you suck into it. If you like weird, funny, goofy games like Katamari Damacy, then this game will be right up your alley. This story-focused, physics-based puzzle game doesn't offer much of a challenge for all of you competitive gamers out there, but it does have a really fun and hilarious story. So if you are looking for a good laugh, then look no further than Donut County. For number 8, we have Dusk Falls. This game is one of the few great Xbox console exclusives that we've had in the past few years, and I think more people really need to experience this game and its amazing story. Dusk Falls is an interactive drama that plays out like an animated comic book movie, where you as the player get to make story choices that will determine how the narrative plays out. The writing is where this game really shines. It has an extremely suspenseful and exciting story that just keeps amping up as the game goes on. And once you get really hooked into the story after the first hour or so, you are not going to want to stop until you reach the end of the 6-hour-long campaign. The voice acting in this game is also particularly fantastic, and all the characters are just so believable, which really makes you care for them even more when they get put in crazy situations where the stakes constantly get higher and higher. If you are looking for a great interactive story game, definitely check this one out.
I got your letters.
At number 7, we have Vampire Survivors. Now, I'm sure most of you have already heard about this game. This game was easily the biggest runaway indie hit of 2022. Vampire Survivors is a roguelike shoot-'em-up game that is unbelievably fun and addictive. This game is incredibly simple to learn, which makes it really accessible for players of all skill levels. But it is also really difficult to master. all the competitive gamers out there are going to have a ton of fun learning all the skills and strategies needed to beat the game. Now, I will just say, this is a game that you really need to play yourself to understand why millions of people around the world absolutely love this game. I guarantee you that no amount of videos or reviews you watch or read about this game can accurately explain how fun it really is. And it's only a few dollars. So do yourself a favor and check out Vampire Survivors if you haven't already.
Depart this place, while thy life is still intact.
For number 6, we have the one and only Marvel's Midnight Suns. I absolutely love this game, and it is really one of the most underrated games in recent history. In fact, this game would probably be ranked in my top 3 on this list if this Xbox One version of the game wasn't so buggy and glitchy. And I guess that's why they didn't bother having a physical release of this game on the Xbox One, because it really isn't optimized well as compared to the Xbox Series S and X versions of the game, which is a shame. But anyway, even with all the bugs and glitches, Marvel's Midnight Suns on the Xbox One is still one of the best strategy games that I've played in the past few years. The core gameplay is a mix of both a deck building card game and a turn-based tactical RPG. So if you like other tactical RPG games like XCOM or Fire Emblem, definitely check this game out for a great new twist on the genre.
Let me guess, stealth not your style?
I'm a vampire, remember? We invented stealth.
At number 5, we have What Remains of Edith, Finch. This is a first-person story-based exploration game that is basically a collection of short stories about the Finch family that the game is titled after. I really don't want to say much more than that, as I don't want to spoil the story in any way, and if you don't know anything about this game, then I highly recommend that you experience it without any knowledge of what to expect at all. I played this game without any spoilers at all, and I absolutely loved every second of its beautiful and heartfelt story. This is the kind of story game that you just wish you could erase your memory after playing it once, just so you can experience it for the first time all over again. The story is full of amazing twists and turns, and by the time you reach the end of the game, you will realize what an absolute masterpiece it really is. If you like story games at all, you must check out What Remains of Edith, Finch.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
For number 4, we have the best co-op game on this list, Deep Rock Galactic. This is an FPS game where you play as a dwarf miner who goes around beautiful alien planets collecting minerals and hunting alien bugs. There are all types of missions in this game, from escort missions to roller coaster building missions to epic boss fights, all of which you can fully experience solo or with 3 other dwarf friends, whichever you prefer. There is also a delightful sense of humor in all the writing and dialogue found in this game, and there are so many inside jokes that only fans of Deep Rock Galactic will be able to understand. So do yourself a favor, and do Carl a favor. Go and play Deep Rock Galactic right now.
We're all gonna die! Hold yourself together! I can't feel my
At number 3, we have Monster Train. If you like deck building roguelike card games like Slay the Spire, Monster Train is easily one of the very best in the genre. The objective of this game is to find your ideal monster clan combination and then create all sorts of crazy card combos to fit your playstyle. And what I love about this game is that there are so many dozens, if not hundreds, of different strategies that you can adopt to suit your particular playstyle. As somebody who absolutely loves card games myself, I've spent hundreds of hours in Monster Train, and it is one of the few games on this list that I've actually made sure to get every single achievement for because I just absolutely love this game so much, and I'm always looking for any reason just to play this game again. The last Divinity DLC for this game is also fantastic and will easily add another few dozens of hours of gameplay, so I can highly recommend that as well. If you like card games at all, do check out Monster Train and its last Divinity DLC. For number 2, we have the Life is Strange Remastered Collection. Now, let me just say, the Life is Strange series is my absolute favourite narrative adventure game series of all time. The Remastered Collection contains the 4K remastered versions of the original first 2 Life is Strange games, 2015's Life is Strange and 2017's Life is Strange Before the Storm. I'll be honest, I think both those original games were near perfect to me, and I would say that they are 2 of the best story games of all time. In fact, the Life is Strange Remastered Collection would probably be number 1 on this list, if not for the fact that it unfortunately does have way more bugs and glitches than the original versions of the games. I do appreciate a lot of the updated graphics and facial animations for all the characters in this remastered collection, but I don't think the additional bugs and glitches are worth the trade-off. Hopefully one day, when Deck 9 manages to iron out all the issues with the remastered collection, then maybe I will bump it up to number 1 on this list. But even as of now, I still think the Remastered Collection is definitely worth playing if you've never played any of the original Life is Strange games before. And even with all the bugs and glitches, it is still a well-deserved number 2 on this list. If you like story adventure games at all, you must check out the Life is Strange Remastered Collection.
Whatever happens, I'll always have your back. Always.
And finally, for number 1, we have my absolute favorite digital exclusive game on the Xbox One, and that is the amazing Monster Hunter Rise. If you've never played a Monster Hunter game before, I think this will be a really great game to start with. Monster Hunter Rise is an action role-playing game where you play as a regular-sized human monster hunter who is tasked with going around slaying gargantuan, superpowered, fantastical monsters. The gameplay loop is really simple. You slay monsters, get monster parts from the monsters you killed, use those parts to craft stronger gear, which will allow you to hunt even stronger monsters. And then you just keep doing that over and over again until you reach the final boss and beat the game. And it just feels so great every step of the way. Because the gameplay when you are hunting monsters is always so fun and exciting that you never get bored even after 100 hours of playing the game and reaching the endgame. Monster Hunter Rise is also extremely replayable as there are a ton of different weapon types to choose from, with each drastically changing how you play and experience the game. So, if you ever want to replay the game, just switch weapons and have a whole new experience all over again. This version of the game also runs way better than the Nintendo Switch version that was originally released. And I would strongly recommend this version over that one if you had to choose. I honestly have no idea why Capcom doesn't want to release this game physically, because I think it would have easily sold over 1 million physical copies just like Monster Hunter World. But anyway, as of the making of this video, Monster Hunter Rise is an amazing AAA game that is a digital exclusive on the Xbox One. And it is an absolute must play for any fans of the Monster Hunter franchise. And that's all for this list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. All the games mentioned in this list are also compatible with the Xbox Series S and X, so feel free to check them out there as well if you have either of those consoles. And if you have any recommendations for any other great digital exclusive Xbox One games that I didn't mention on this list, feel free to go down into the comments below and let me know. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and as always, stay gold everybody. I will see you all again.